And welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I also hope you hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Hit the like button. Tell your friends all about the Adrienne Ross Show. With all the changes the Indiana Fever has made, there have been a lot of opinions about various players. Some people have said yes to this player, but oh my goodness, are you serious to the other player? In fact, I did a poll as one of the perks of my channel for some of the levels of membership. I asked this question just over a week ago. It says, within just the last few days. Now, just so that you know what I'm talking about, this was right after Breonna Turner had been signed and there was all kinds of talk. Didn't mention her in the poll, but it was after that because that's when you really started hearing people voice some concerns. So the question was, within just the last few days, how have your feelings changed about the moves the Indiana Fever has made during free agency? The choices were even more excited, discouraged, no change, or moves. There have been moves. And so for whatever reason, I only got 5 votes. Trying to get some folks to participate in these things, I don't know. Only 5 votes. So this in no way speaks to how people who are a part of the Adrienne Ross Show regularly feel about it. So feel free to chime in the comment section. But from what I got, 5 votes, measly votes. Y'all step it up. Come on now. 40% said they're even more excited. Nobody is discouraged. 60% said they're not more excited or less or excited. There's no change. 60%. And thankfully, there was not one person who said moves. There have been moves. So 40-60 with 40% more excited, 60% no change, and only 5 people voted. So again, this isn't really much of an indication. So again, feel free to get in the comments and tell what you think. But one of the things I said when I did a live stream concerning Breonna Turner, and people were voicing how they felt. I had open mic and members first had an opportunity to get on the mic, come on the show, and audio or video, didn't matter, come on and share what they thought. And then I moved it to just anyone who wanted to get on, not just members. And people shared, and there were a variety of ideas that came out. But one of the things I said after I listened to other people share what they said, I had some of the same concerns other people had. But I said this. I said, I heard Stephanie White and the front office say that the one thing that the core of this team requested of them during this free agency was, please protect the locker room. No matter what you do, who you think about bringing in, our number one request, please protect our locker room. And we heard the front office and Stephanie White talk a whole lot about culture. And has a whole lot to do with what the core had requested from them. And so I said to them, I have to believe, as much as the leadership has said, we heard what they said, we honored what they said, I have to believe that they did not bring anyone on this team the core did not agree with. Now, when the core is young, sometimes the core isn't seeing things like some of us see with problems that can exist. But I was confident that they asked the core and that nobody got on this team without them talking it out and without their approval. And so we just go with that and see what happens, because they said what they were going to do. Apparently they did it, right? Did they do it? Did they take into consideration the big 3 really for every move they made? I'm going to say yes, because I saw this video clip of Aliyah Boston. It's posted on X by Moreau Sports Media Production Company. And it was a press conference with Aliyah Boston, who's out there playing for vinyl and Unrivaled. And here is 53 seconds of what Aliyah Boston said about free agency moves.
Aliyah, it's been a busy offseason, obviously for Indiana, lots of new free agents. I'm curious for you, in your standpoint, somebody that did not have to decide where to go and you're still under contract. What kinds of conversations do you have with members of the front office during the offseason? Is it normal to just kind of like not do a whole lot of talking because you're doing your own thing, or are you kind of in the loop sometimes for those kinds of conversations?
Yeah, definitely in the loop. I think the front office did a great job of including us with who they were looking at, how they thought they would fit with us, which I think is always super important because when you have a squad like we do, you want to continue to make sure, like, oh, I definitely think they would be a good fit, or I think they would be a great fit. Maybe not so much, but I mean, everyone that the front office brought and talked about, I mean, I was super excited about, and I think we see that now with everyone that we've signed. I'm super excited for what's to come with the Fever Squad because I definitely think it's going to be fun.
I'm glad she thinks it's going to be fun because many of us think it's going to be fun also. But I want to highlight what she said. No, no, no. I wasn't quiet. We had our say in every decision that was made. Yes, that's a good fit. Yes, that's a good fit. Not so much. I would love to know who they said no, not a good fit, because she didn't say that just to say it. She said that because that happened. There were people that they wanted on their team, on their squad, as she said, and there are people that they felt would not be a good fit. And so I'm going to say again what I said before. No matter what we think about certain personalities, certain social media presences out there, certain things, people I would go, I wouldn't have picked that one. They took into consideration what the core of this team said. And there were people that they said, yep, yep, and then not so much. So the ones who have made it through, the ones we've heard about, they were not ones who got the not so much. They received the stamp of approval, not just from Kelly Krauskopf, not just from Amber Cox, not just from Stephanie White. They received the stamp of approval from Caitlin Clark, from Kelsey Mitchell, from Aliyah Boston. This leadership team said we want to get them in on it. And remember, all we ask is that you protect our locker room. So with that in mind, we should feel, I think, to use the term that everybody's using now, super excited about what's to come. And like I said, when I did that live stream and people came to the mic and shared what they thought, there were people who were very vocal, particularly about Breonna Turner. They weren't liking it. Other people said, we have to give it a chance. We have to, trust this coaching staff, trust this front office. They've already made incredible moves. Why would they mess up now? And for me, it is, I wouldn't have, I couldn't have seen that happening. I don't like it. I hope it works out, but I'm going to ride with it, knowing that the moves that have been made have been really cool moves in terms of, who they have brought, other people they brought in, and also knowing that they had enough respect for the core of this team to call them in and listen as they said, yes, 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 yeah, no, no, no. So everyone who's got an Indiana Fever jersey right now got a yes. But I'm still wanting to know who got the no. What do you think? I call it nosy. I don't think it's nosy. I'm an Indiana Fever fan. I got a sports mind. I'm kind of curious who they thought didn't fit. Is it someone that a lot of the people out there are saying she needs to be on a WNBA team? She needs to be given another chance. Was that a name that came up? I doubt it. But was that a name that came up and they're like, not a good fit? Or who else? I didn't even have to say the name. Everybody knows who I'm talking about, but it doesn't even matter. I'm just curious. Who do you think is one they said, no? We already know who they said yes to. Even the ones you may not have liked. They said yes to. Who do you think got the no from the core? Put it in the comments. I'm really curious. I'll catch you next time, God willing. Subscribe to the channel, remember. God bless you abundantly.